Hello there, welcome to my channel. My name is Marcus Caballero. Glad you could join me. And today I'm doing some laser guided GBU dropping, just some practice. I've got some targets set up over in Damascus, and yeah, we're going to go and drop some bombs over there. So let's jump into the cockpit. Now this isn't a tutorial per se, this is just how I go about dropping laser guided ordnance in the JF-17. I probably do loads of things wrong, but it's all good fun, isn't it? Okay, so let's come down here first of all. Start off, we'll flick our master arm on. We've got the CLDP set up so we can turn on our pod. Just turn these down a tad. So what I'm going to do is switch it into air to ground mode. So we've got air to ground mode up, and the ground radar isn't really going to help me, so I will switch that to HSD, and I will get my pod up on here. So let me just go back. So if you come up to here, you can see pod in the top right. You click that, and we want the WMD7, and then we want to turn it on, and that's going to take about a minute to boot up. Well, no, it's already booted up. So we will uncage it. Now it is in snail plow mode, which means it's just pointing out the front of the aircraft. At the minute we are slaved to waypoint 1, so if we click that, you can see that it will zoom into waypoint 1. We'll put that back to snow plow for now. So if we come down and have a look on our HSD, we are just coming on up to waypoint 1. How far are we? We are 19 miles. And my targets are off over here. They're helpfully kind of coordinated. They're in roughly where the coordinates are. So what I plan to do is to fly along this course here so that we can examine our targets, get a lock, and yeah, go drop some ordnance. So let's come over to the SMS page. And we want to set up a program for all of the G12's. So we've got it set at auto for the minute, which is probably the easiest way to drop them. That's set up for GBU 12. We want to turn the views onto nose. The code is set at 1688 by default. We're just going to be dropping 1, so and we don't have to worry about the interval because we're only dropping 1. Break off altitude, I'm going to set at 10,000 feet, as there are some AA sites not too far away from where we're going to be dropping the bombs. And that's pretty much us set up. So I think what we will do is come back in a bit when we're a bit closer to the target. Okay, so you rejoin me and we're coming up a bit closer down here. And if you can see, Damascus is that yellow blob off to our left there, and we've got an anti-air site there as well. Right, so I've got 4 targets and they're on waypoints 3, 4, 5 and 6. They're not precise, they're just in the general area. So what we will do is set that onto waypoint 3, and we will slave our pod to that position. And now I want to make sure that this screen is soy. It's not at the minute, you can see that little circle there. So I will click to the right. Now that it's soy, and I can move my pod in and out. I think we need to get close in zoom as possible. Okay, and yep, there's our target just there. I don't know if you can see that very well. Just down there underneath the tree. So because we're quite a way out, this pod sometimes has problems locking up from any kind of distance. So TDC down, it worked this time. A lot of times it will just, it won't lock to anything if you're too far away, and it will just keep scanning along, which is unhelpful. So as you can see, or maybe not, this target is right down just underneath the trees, which isn't ideal. So we will try and get a point track. We've got a point lock on him. Now, because where he is between the trees, it's more or less just directly off of our left wing now, down there. We're going to want to try and drop it between the tree cover. And as you can see, it's on kind of a... We're heading south at the minute, so if we come over to the west and drop west to east, hopefully we can get through the tree cover. Okay. I'm going to bring it round. I'm going to drop a bit of height while I do it. And as we're coming round, we can see here we've got the laser set to auto. The code is 1688. So once we've dropped the GBU 12, we won't have to worry about actually turning the laser on ourselves. It will do it automatically. And we're just coming around now. So it's set to auto, so we just want to get ourselves lined up, and then we wait for the beep, the release, and everything is pretty much automatic from that point. Okay, so we're coming around on it now. Okay. And there's our bomb drop. So, I don't know if you can see in the HUD here, we've got our plane, our VVC, something, and we just need to keep it lined up with this line down the center of the screen, and it will tell us when to drop. So we're waiting for this timer. There it goes to 14 seconds. So just waiting for the beep. We've got a little bit offline. And there's the beep, and that's one away. Just going to sort out the trim. And I'm just going to put on autopilot, altitude hold, and that should hold us steady and straight, hopefully. Okay, you can see there, we've got it lit up. Now, will it clear the trees? Excellent, I think that was a success. So, we've got 3 left. We've got 1 left on this pylon and 2 on this one. So we will come down to our, now change that to waypoint 4, slave that to waypoint 4, and up. Okay, and we've just had the body of the airplane block camera, so we will put it in a slow turn, get ourselves locked up again. There we go. Just put it on autopilot, altitude hold, and it's blocked again. It'll come back out in a minute. we go. So I don't know if you can see it, just there is the target we're looking for. And we've got a point track on him. So we can pull it off of autopilot. Okay, you see on the HSD there, we're coming up with the target in front of us. Okay, it's looking pretty good. So just checking down here. Well, it's masked by the tree at the minute, but it's locked into the right place. Just get ourselves back on track. Drifted a little bit. Yeah, we can see down there. And 10 seconds. And pickle, I think. Okay, so just wait for that. Okay, and we can see that flashing. That means the laser is now firing. It should mean the bomb is on its way. Success. Okay, so rinse and repeat down to waypoint 5. Again, slave that over to here. Okay, we're going to want to zoom out a little touch just to find out where it is. It must be masked by those buildings, I'm guessing. So what we will do, we come around to our left, just run kind of parallel to the target for the moment. Yeah, so if we come on a course of heading south, round about there should do. Get ourselves nice and level. At the minute, I'm not actually seeing anything. It's got to be in between these buildings somewhere. That was where the coordinates put it. Ah, there it is. I just see it peeking out the top there. So, again, because it's in between the high buildings, we don't want the bomb hitting any of these tower blocks. So what I'm going to do is carry on south. We're going to turn around and come back from the south straight to the north, and that should give us a clear run between the buildings. Oh. Okay, there we go. Pretty much nicely lined up. There's our target. Get a point track on him. And now just wait for countdown. There's the beep. Just trim it out. We'll check out how our missile is doing. Missile, sorry, bomb. Seems like it's picked it up. Yep, there it goes. That looks like it's going to be excellent. Okay. So finally, waypoint 6. Zoom that out a bit. Okay. Where are you? Okay, he might take some hunting. Let's get ourselves sorted out. Right, so if we all round the east and we'll kind of fly parallel to the target area. Just about there. We'll put the autopilot on for the moment. And there's a target around here somewhere. Just a question of finding him. Ah, there you are. Just down there. We'll get a point track on him. And that is currently off behind our right wing, so we pull it back around. There he is, lined up in front of us. It's a good approach. We've got a clear drop down between these buildings onto the target. There's the point track come up. And this will be the last GBU. Okay, 10 seconds. There's the beep. hopefully. Laser is firing. See it flashing. Excellent. Okay, so that was just a quick run through of how I drop laser bombs. As I said, it's not definitive, it's not how you would do it properly. I'm just a keen amateur. So if you found that helpful, give us a thumbs up. If you enjoyed it, give us a thumbs up, and thank you very much. Let's just head off back now and land.